Welcome everybody, MaxspeedTV, Bobby with all the freaking hobbies coming at you here on a wild and crazy Saturday night. At least it is on my end. But it's going to get crazier here. Why? The Lucky Dog Super Speedway League's coming to Dega. It's winding down. Winding down to just a couple more races. I have been out, been gone, been absent. Family issues, work issues. Finally, I'm here. Probably going to be rusty as hell, but you know what? I'm here. And we got several drivers. One thing I'm going to tell you, they get 2 fast repairs, but the real problem lies is if you get caught a lap down in this league, you might be in trouble. You might not get it back. Why? Because these guys don't do cautions. Very rarely are you going to see a caution. Green flag pit stops that are make or break you. You guys stick around. Get to the national anthem. We'll get back. We'll get the show on the road. Lucky Dog Super Speedway Series. Right after this.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Max Speed TV.
Welcome back, everybody. Max Speed TV, Bobby with all the hobbies coming at you here. Lucky Dog Super Speedway Series on a Saturday night. It's grid time. Remember, 2 fast repairs, that's all they get. Let's get on with the show. Row 1, the Max Speed TV driver, Mr. Cody Nagels. If Cody wins this tonight, he will wrap up this championship. Just to let you know, a win, and he's done. It's over. Beside him, the other Max Speed TV driver, the 429, Mr. Paul Witt. Row number 2, the 777, the owner of the league, Mr. Michael Pegg. And the 57, Brian Pierce beside him. Row 3, the 00, Thomas Holder. And the 89, Rudolph Gumbo. Row 4, the 000 threat, I just call him Giovanni. The 95 beside him, Kevin Lee. Row number 5, the 43, Sandy Curtis, and the 18 of Logan Astor. Row 6 to 78, the coolest name in iRacing, Gary Slapinski. And the 20 of Dave Acacia. Row 7 to 40, Daniel Lewis. The 33 beside him, Gary Regland. And row number 8 to 52, Gary Whitmer Sr. The 19, Ben Gear. Row 9 consists of the 101, Brad Williams in the 58 of Caden Wideawake. Row 10 to 40, Timothy Woodson, the 224 of Kevin Scott Nelson. And row 11, the 91, Mr. Joel Guy. Like I said, 2 fast repairs, that's all they're going to get. But here's the most important thing. Staying clean. Are you going to stay clean? Can you stay clean? Is it best to be up front in the rocket chair? Perhaps maybe back in the back where you can keep an eagle eye on everybody. Teammates help? You betcha they do. A lot of guys out here. A lot of talent right here. It astonishes me like no other. As we say bye-bye to the music and hello to the sweet sounds of a V8 motor for now until iRacing goes electric. But it astonished me. I don't understand it. So many people here that backs this league up. The sponsorship is out of this world. 21 drivers. And believe you me, when you become a Lucky Dog champion... Man, you think you hit the lottery, or it's Christmas time with all the prizes and gifts you get. It is unbelievable. Nagels will bring him in the inside. Mr. Paul Witt will bring the outside around. This league is famous and known for very little cautions. So if you get trapped a lap down, you might be in trouble. Welcome everybody out in YouTube. Hope all is going well for you. So we get ready to run this thing down. Again, keep it in the back of your mind. If the 6 of Cody Nagels wins this, then he's locked the championship up. And I can think of 20 other drivers that's going to try to prevent that from happening tonight. We'll find out. And here they come for the green. Let's rock and roll on a Saturday night, lucky dog style. And who's looking to lead the first lap tonight? The one and only Cody Nagels is going to, and he has got the help behind him. And that would be the 777 of Michael Pegg. Brian Pierce being the pusher for Paul Witt on that top line. And he might be pushing him in to lead this lap. And thanks to Sarge, Paul Witt did get this lap in. I'll tell you, some of these guys, they have come a long way. Awesome to see Thomas Holder. He's won a few of them here. He's having some really good runs in the Super Speedway Series. Brian Pierce is another. And way back in the back, Gary Whitmer Sr. This is what he's looking at. You can hear him feathering that throttle. He's wanting to stay back just to keep an eye on everybody and everything. It's a long way to go yet in this race. Paul Witt down in the bottom of the rocking chair in front of his teammate Nagels. Up front, Brian Pierce with the 89 of Rudolph Gumbo doing some pushing for him. Mr. Williams says Kyle Busch may be back in a Chevrolet for the first time in 16 years. If you want my opinion, if it wasn't for the money he has, his little ass ought to be sitting in a Mexican prison for about 2 to 3. but he got lucky. Timothy Woodson, he is in and in early. Money can't buy you love, but it can buy you freedom, apparently. Sounds like a politician, huh? Looking at Mr. Thomas Holder behind a 777 threat there of Mr. Michael Pegg. You got to give it credit. Michael only runs part-time out here. He's supposed to be taking a break this season. And buddy, I can tell you, he has worked with that 57 of Pierce. He's worked with the 00 Thomas Holder. He's worked with a lot of them out here. And as you can tell, it's paying off. And here comes this Kevin Lee character. This guy can push. And he pushes Gumbo right up there to the front. Boy, that'll make you dizzy. For now, Brian Pierce down in the bottom in a rocking chair, enjoying himself. Nagels. He was your polecat, and now he's just comfortably sitting here relaxed in 5th place. 3rd car on the bottom. He would love to wrap this season up tonight. Talk about Brian Pierce. If you go to the website, the Lucky Dog website, take a look at that puppy, huh? It's about as professional as it can get. Why? Because that guy right there in the 57 machine, Brian Pierce, he's the one that done it. He will tell you all your information that you need to know on their Monday night series. A Tuesday night series. I believe they've got the trucks on Thursdays. Fridays, I think they got super modifieds. And then, of course, tonight, the Super Speedway Series. But you can thank the guy on the bottom in 57, Mr. Brian Pierce, for that wonderful looking website. And believe me, it tells you anything and everything you want to know. He's got stats beyond stats. See Gary Ragland slowly working his way up to the front. Gumbo's still on the outside. 10 laps of racing. Very clean so far. Out of 75. Mr. Paul Witt relaxing himself, quiet as he can be, being the pusher in the bottom. Liking that paint job he's got. It's kind of cool. Actually, it kind of makes you hungry. Lap traffic of Brad Williams, and he'll stay up high out of their way. He'll hop back down in somewhere. Mr. David Casey has started 12th. He's up to the 9th spot. Running that DeWalt machine. And I believe Logan's running a 33 Skoll. He's got the fancy little numbers on the side of his car, which will not compute with my data. Deal with Harry Gant looking right. He started 10th, and here he is 6th. How about laps led so far, huh? Pierce and Paul Witt so far. Mr. Gumbo's managed to get 2 of them in. Cody got 1. This is what it's like running in the inside. All the movement you see in his steering wheel, it's the exact movement that he has in his rig at the house. The 95 got a little loose. He backs all the way out of it. Sticks it up by the wall. Stays out of trouble. And he's going to go backwards and gather it back up. And here comes some of our pit stops now. Well, let's see how they do on their first one. Just as pretty as a picture. Sandy Curtis brings in the rear of them. As you can see, you've got, let's see, you got Holder, Michael Pegg. Brian Pierce is in there. Mr. Paul Witt, Cody Nagels as well. So they come in with good company. And out in the track. Let's see if any takes the bait this time around. Probably not. It looks like they don't. So they're going to go around again. I like that chrome on that Skoll machine. You can see that real shiny. That's that chrome they do. That is sharp. The top seven have yet to come into the pits. Paul Witt and the boys, they've already pulled out and teamed up, and away they go. Single file, 1 through 8. 1 through 7. They stay out again. And now these boys came in about 3 laps ago. So Logan's going to get 4 laps for sure under his belt as far as leading the race. Will they come in this time or will they stay out? And here they come. Let's see how they fare in their first pit stop. Looks really well. So the only 2 cats that have not been in is going to be David Casia, Mr. Kevin Nelson. Williams is coming out. So these 2 cats should be coming in about now, and they are. And that's going to give the lead over to these guys. Mr. Michael Pegg on the bottom. The 52 of Gary Whitmer Sr. up top. And who's doing the pushing? That will be Mr. Paul Witt on the bottom. And Thomas Holder up top. Pegg puts on one heck of a league. I've seen the trophies, the shirts, the jackets. I mean, he goes all out and then some. Whitman Sr., yeah, he's got to drop her right down to the rocket chair, right in front of Michael Pegg. That's going to put him in the lead. Up top, Thomas Holder now. And his pusher, no stranger to the front, might I say. Now, something has happened, and I don't know what. He lost it, lost the internet, I don't know. But Gary Slapinski is 12 laps down from these guys. So something had happened to his computer or something. Connection, I don't know, something. But whenever you see that guy in your rearview mirror, you can be guaranteed he's pushing with all his might. What can we say about Holder? These 2 guys, Thomas and Brian Pierce, they've really been making their presence known. Not to mention the 52 of Gary Whitmer. Hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday night. Look at Sandy Curtis in the 43. He's giving all he can give right here. Joel Guy in the 91 is trying to get one of his laps back, the lap back the hard way. He's trying to white knuckle ride, race his way back around. Papinski bails out. He'll hop back in line here towards the back. And it looks like maybe Sandy Curtis has got him some help up top. And he's going to get some more because here comes Paul Witt. He had to back out of it just a little bit, or he's got to give him a boot. Holder moves up to the top line. Probably to pick up a little bit of that draft there. A little pushing from the 43 to get around the 91, perhaps. Hello, Mr. Overstreet in YouTube. How are you? Hope all is well. And Curtis pushes the 00 of Holder right back down to the rocking chair. Right on top of Joel Guy, who's one lap down, would love to get his lap back. Curtis enjoys that higher line. Until they can drop low. There's going to be our first one. Curtis tries to make the attempt to come down to the bottom there. Not quite sure what happened, but we'll find out. Look at it right here. Actually, I've got to stop it because I'm not going to give you a good enough picture of it here. Back it up a tad. He makes his move down to the bottom. And when he does, the real question is, did he clear him? Well, he made the move to come down, but he didn't come down all the way, kind of partially. So when Thomas was right there with him, well, as you can see, they got together. And everybody done a good job avoiding them. So there's your summary. One caution, 14 lead changes, 28 laps is in the book. I'm going to assume every single one of these guys, well, the ones that can anyway, will be coming into the pits. Hey, I got an idea. Let's go for a ride. I've heard of turtles down pit lane. Come in, you'll fuel up, you'll grab some tires because, well, why not? You got to get fuel. And away he goes. And there's your top 5. Witt, Peg, Whitmer, Nagels. And it says 18, but it's the 33 out here. Of one Logan. Well, what can we say about Mr. Paul Witt? Came on to the MaxspeedTV team a while back. Does all of his iRacing out of the basement. Try to get some cameras up one of these days if I get the opportunity. You can see him down there in his own little world. Probably one of the nicest guys I know in iRacing. There's been about, I'd say in this league, yeah, you can pick about 20 of the nicest guys. Every single guy in this league is awesome. Very respectful, out having a good time. You won't find a Karen in this league, I'll tell you that right now. Not gonna happen, Captain. You'll be shown the door quicker than you can think. Now your lap traffic's going to come in, but also good possibility this could end up being a fuel mileage race. So everybody again will come through here and get a quick little top off. And what I mean by a quick top off is I'll show you here if I can anyway. Watch how quick this is. Goodbye. Even if it was a teaspoon, that's all the difference in the world when it comes towards the end of these races, especially in a lucky dog race. So the Skull Bandit Logan, he's going to be in the bottom. Ryan Pierce will be up top. And the boys get past their commitment cone. They'll line up. $30 out of $75 in the books. Keeping an eye on Nagel. Here he is. He's currently 7th. All he has to do is win this puppy, and he will lock up this championship. We don't have to worry about the last race. The lights are out on the pace car, which, by the way, I like to state for the record, that's got to be the ugliest freaking pace car I've ever seen. We're going to get fired back up here. Lucky Dog Super Speedway on a Saturday night. MaxspeedTV, Bobby, with all the freaking hobbies coming at you. And we're going to have a little fun. Let's crank this mother up, huh? Three wide at its best. 33 on the bottom. Mr. Rudolph Gumbo doing some pushing down here. But take a look up high. The 000 threat of Giovanni's got his nose buried into that 49 machine to Daniel Lewis. And they got some pretty good momentum going on that outside line. Curtis out there by himself. He's going to hop back in somewhere here. Just is asking how much does this... First of all, you're not allowed to call it that. That is a four-letter word. It is called a simulator. You get the FBI hunting you down at your house, you call it that name. That starts with a G and ends with an E. And it's expensive, it ain't cheap. Giovanni. Working on Daniel Lewis up here. I don't know if he worked on him a little too hard, got him squirrely there, but he's all back together and away he goes. Now again, in the middle, Slapinski. He's 11 laps down. Whoa, things got a little crazy there. Slapinski wanted to come down into the rocket chair, but the 33 kind of had it occupied. So Gary decided to quickly make an evasive maneuver, and, well, he's getting the heck out of a dodge. He's backing back down now again. Because, boys, I don't want to be a part of this craziness. We got ourselves a smoker. And I'm trying to show it to you if I can. That's Giovanni, I believe. There he is. Let's take a look. There it is. You can see all the smoke. And I bet you're wondering how in the world, what did he do? How did he do it? Well, I'm going to tell you what he did. He got that puppy hot. When you're the pusher, you got to be real careful. Because if you don't give any air the front end of your car, you're going to make those water temps go sky high. About as high as a Japanese weather balloon. And then it's going to do exactly what it did. It's going to blow up. Lewis on the outside again with a little help from the 95. And that's Kevin Lee. Now, Kevin's a lap down. Mr. Joey Hickox, how you doing out there, my friend? Curtis in the rocking chair enjoying himself. And he's got the Skull Bandit behind him. The guy who can wrap it all up tonight. Mr. Nagels. Sitting back here in the 11th spot. 38 out of 75 laps in the books. If he can win tonight, it's over. Nobody got to catch him. But you can see he's just kind of hanging back here relaxing. Getting a little tight up here. Rule of thumb I always heard, never push the pusher. So that second car doing all that pushing, he's the one that kind of gets that line of moving. Slipinski working his way back up front again. And like I said, he is 12 laps down. Caden Wide Awake. I like the last name. That's cute. Well, you better be wide awake, because up here, buddy, you can get passed in a flash. As he's up against the wall, he's going to be by himself, so he's going to drop back. But Curtis in the bottom in a rocking chair. You call it the rocking chair because you're supposed to be safe as in your mama's arms. And if you have a southern mama, she likes to be in a rocking chair. But not always are you the safe one up front. Bad luck can bite you anywhere. You don't have to worry about wearing out your tires that much on a super speedway. Riding with Michael Pegg, currently 7th. Kind of curious to see what he has up his sleeve. Michael would rather push somebody to a win than him actually win himself. "15 laps since the last time they've been in the scene pit road. They're probably going to run this puppy out as far as they can. They may end up having to do a quick stop and go, but they will have to do another full pit stop. Paul Witt currently 8th, back behind Michael. Holder back at the 11th spot, right in front of Nagels. Now Giovanni went boom, so he came in, got himself a new motor just like that. The problem of it is, ain't nobody around him. So we've got 4, at least 1 lap down or more, and everybody else on the lead lap here. Right there is your race summary. 31 laps to go here, 25 lead changes with 1 caution. You can see the back end of the 33 machine. Talking about better be square when you push somebody. If you hit him the wrong way, he's gone. And probably you and everybody behind him. Laps led. Well, Mr. Curtis right now is enjoying that lead. Sandy Curtis in the Best Buy machine. Well, look out. Slapinski drops down to the bottom now. And that usually tells me that they're getting ready here in a few laps to possibly come into the pits. Peg currently 6th. You can see they're all single file here. They get a little squirrely. That air can upset these things a little bit. That's not too bad, not like the trucks anyway. The trucks, if you look at them wrong, you'll turn them. Mr. Daniel Lewis in that 49 inching his way out to lead that lap. In the meantime, Nagels, you can see him up there, kind of hanging out. Whoa, trouble right in front of him, and ain't nothing he can do but drill him as the 95 goes for a ride. Well, let's see what I can find out here, huh? Take a little look. I don't know what happened. That's just kind of, I don't know. You slow this thing down. Maybe you can tell me. So we're riding on top of Kevin Lee, and man, he abruptly went right to the wall. As you can see, there it is. Now, did he get a little help is the next question. I don't see a soul around him. Isn't that something? Watch him. That's what happened. He blew his motor. That'd do it. And when he blew it, he lost control of it big time. But watch Cody Nagels. Comes right down and drills him. Everybody trying to stay out of the way. I'll tell you what, that 95's been beat around more than a pinball in a pinball machine, I think. So I'm going to assume that's exactly what happened to him. He blew his motor up. As everybody comes in, they call this, I think, the money stop. They all come in, and away they go. And who's going to lead them out? I'll tell you who. Logan will, that's who. So your top 5, there they are. Nagel's having to use a fast repair, but he's going to come back in, I think, and top off again. He hit him hard. Grab a little fuel, and away he'll go. See if I can have a word with Cody, maybe. Mr. Nagels, Bobby in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Doing well. Nowhere to go, buddy. Kind of happens so fast right in front of you.
Yeah, the guys need to maybe, like, there's a few of them that probably need to watch temps a little bit better because I think that's either the second or third and blown motor of the race. So I heard Peg say something about the setup being a little bit different, the toes different, and now the car, even with a cool track, the car is getting hot quick, and I don't think they're properly cooling it in the corners. They keep pushing, and there's no point to cool, so they're just blowing up the motor. So they'll learn, I guess.
That will be 2. Matter of fact, the guy right in front of you was the first one.
Yep. Oh, and I think that Logan guy might have blew one too, and then Kevin Lee maybe 3. I don't know. I might be wrong.
Well, hey, you can wrap this puppy up if you win this bad boy. No pressure.
Yeah, just need a good finish. Just keep racking up the good finishes. I'm gonna top off with fuel here, make sure I'm good to the end, and we'll see if I can get her up front and maybe cap off this good season.
All right, pal. We'll be watching. Good luck.
Thank you.
He has been on a tear, that's for sure. As everybody still comes in to top off to try to make it the whole distance. You're watching the Lucky Dog Super Speedway Series here on a Saturday night, MaxspeedTV. Bobby with all the hobbies coming at you. If you're not a subscriber to MaxspeedTV, you might want to think about doing so. Because if we hit the 9,000th mark, that 9,000th individual is going to be one lucky feller. Or Miss or Mrs. Because the MaxspeedTV clan's going to get you something really nice. So get your butt over and subscribe. Pretty please. And by the way, if you're going to do that, get up there and hit that like button for these guys. They're putting out a pretty darn good show for you. So Logan will be on the bottom. Mr. Rudolph Gumbo will be up top. Sandy Curtis will be on the bottom. He'll be your pusher. And then Mr. Gary Whitmer Sr., he'll be up top pushing. So we can say bye-bye to the pace car. Again, there's your race summary. 23 laps to go. 2 cautions, 28 lead changes. As we get ready to head back at it, green flag. Lucky Dog Super Speedway. You heard Cody talking about the temps. They changed things up just a little bit. So you really got to be careful. I ain't got my marker turned on, but if I did, I would show you right where you need to watch. And that thing will blink about maybe once or twice. If you're lucky, 3 times red, then kapoof. You've blowed up. You want to keep a man out in front, but when you get to the turns, you want to give yourself a little bit of fresh air in that radiator. One of the no-nos of super speed racing is you do not push in the turns. But I know a few cats will tell you otherwise. Because when it gets down to about a lap to go, you better hang on, buddy, because they're not going to let up off beating your bumper around the track. Turn or no turn. 20 laps to go. Nagel sitting back here in the back watching. A few of these cats have used both their fast repairs, so they're on borrowed time. And then there's a few that haven't. Brian Pierce in that 57 machine, he is sneaking his way up front. And look, he's got help. That's right. The 78 is Lipinski. I would be a bit surprised at some point that the 57 don't pull out and make it 3 wide. Because you know the 78 and the 00 will definitely go with you. We shall watch and see. You see him moving those cars up a little bit, getting a little fresh air in those things. Michael must have threw him for a loop on this change here. It's just not all about sitting and going around in circles. Riding with Brian Pierce. I'm still wondering what point he's going to pop up and go 3 wide. Or try to drop down to the middle. As you can see, into the rocking chair will goes Rudolph Gumbo. You want to see how close he's pushing? That's how close. Logan up top. Whitman Sr. He's doing some pushing. Again, when is, and I'm telling you, it's going to happen. At some point, I think Brian Pierce and Slapinski here are going to jump up and make it 3 wide. And if that happens, you know Thomas Holder's going to go with them. As the laps wind down, 15 to go, crossing the line this time. Coming up on, where are your friends? Where's your teammate? Where's your buddy? And is he going to stick with you or hang you out to dry? Because when you get to the last lap, every single one of these guys would wreck their mother to get the win. That's how competitive drivers are in iRacing. Except for a couple. Still kind of curious what this guy right here is going to do. 13 to go. We got one up there by himself. And that'll be Wide Awake. He's all by himself. Nobody going with him as of yet. Yeah, Brian Pierce taking a peek. Gumbo with Curtis in tow. But man, take a look at Whitmer Sr. He's doing a nice job pushing here. But then again, Curtis down on the bottom's doing a nice job because he is not allowing the 33 to get ahead of the 89 of Mr. Rudolph Gumbo. Unless it's going to be done right here. And I don't think that's going to happen. Right there he did. Just made it. Logan makes a great move right to the bottom. Gumbo all over him, and here we go, working up on 3 wide now. Whit and Nagel's up there. Working together. This is when things get a little hairy. And this is what I mean by hairy. You got them in the bottom, you got them up top, and you got them in front of you. Throw a blanket over the first 10, 15 cars. You do not want to be that guy. Tries to stick it where it don't belong or make it fit and cause a big one. Nagels knows it's crunch time because here he comes. Up in that high line. And you're asking yourself, well, how come the teammate is not helping him, pushing him through? Well, because they're both trying to get the points for the championship here. Been impressed with Logan here. He's had a pretty good run. Question is, which pusher is going to be able to keep his guy out in front? And yes, they can do a little bit of side drafting. Supposedly that pulls that line back. And you better be real careful because when you start getting these cars real close together, that's when the old iRacing netcode grabs you. Eight to go. Paul Witt drops down to the rocket chair. Curtis still into the middle. Way up top, Brian Pierce doing everything he can to push Nagels. Can Nagels clear the 43 of Curtis and drop down? Slowly work his way down to the bottom. Boo! The 57 and the 52 kind of touch. As they regather up themselves, try it again. Curtis is doing a great job of pushing there in the center. MaxspeedTV driver on the bottom. And up top, a MaxspeedTV driver. And Nagel. As that top line is just starting to slowly lose some momentum. And that middle line got a crap load of momentum. And Sandy Curtis is the one that jumped out and took that one. 5 to go at the line. Still that middle. Just a tiny bit of an edge. Cody would absolutely love to be able to get up there in front and slowly drop down to that bottom. But he's got the right guy behind him, and that's Gary Slapinski. If anybody got to get him up there, it's going to be Gary. And as you can see, they are making headway. Excellent run by Gary Regland so far. Four to go at the line. Things are starting to heat up. All kinds of moving going around. Now Paul Witt down in the bottom in the rocking chair. Hops right up in front of his teammate. Logan turned, and it's going to be a big one. Let's see where this one happened at. You see him going up right here. And he gets a push from Paul Witt. Gets him just a little squirrely. You can watch this when he comes up on him. Okay, there he is. But as he comes up on him, he kind of loses that momentum and slows down. And Paul's got a boatload of momentum going on. And why does he have a boatload of momentum? I'll show you why. Because he's got all those cars behind him. pushing. And they get into each other, and away they go. With 3 to go, do not think anybody's going to come in. Right there is going to be your top 5. Nagels is beat up a little bit. Yo, MaxspeedTV has seen better days. Take a look. You can see that spot right there on the left corner. So, well, let me get all this straight here. Maybe. Your laps led will be, as of now, that Skull Machine. Which I do believe there he is, coming back up for more. And I do believe he is all fixed up and ready to rock. So when we fire back up again, it's going to be 2 to go. You got Sandy Curtis. And as you can see, he's taking it all the way down, saving every ounce of fuel he can. Some of these guys could be on the bubble. So it is the MaxspeedTV boys up in the top. Cody looks like his car's been beat more than a redheaded stepchild. But he's right there. So they are lined up. This time around, they will be going green. If you're looking for a good super speedway league, check these guys out. Sandy's saving everything he can possibly save right now. Right down on that bottom. I would be a bit surprised. Let's see. Oh, he's yep, you can see him shutting it off and turning it on. Mr. Paul Witt, he's not doing it. Cody Nagels is not. The only one's a little bit concerned. He's making sure you can see it right here. Well, we're winding down. This could be it right here. Paul Witt's going to be up top. On the bottom, Sandy Curtis. He has been fighting around here all evening long. And so has Rudolph Gumbo. And here we go, green flag. Going through the gears. You don't want to spin your tires, and you certainly don't want to miss a gear. As they're going 3 wide already, back into the back. Oh, they got one turned. Gary Reglin and the rest of these guys, we got a nice little wreck going on back in the back here. So guess what? Yep. We're going to line them up. We're going to watch them go around a few more times. Do it again. Try to see what happened here. It was right up in here. There is Daniel Lewis somewhere in this vicinity. I just looked up and seen the 33 spinning. So Pierce goes up. Thinking about 3 wide up here. You can see that. And, oh, there it is. Somebody got squeezed right up into the wall. So Daniel Lewis, I do believe, was getting squeezed. Let's watch it again. And, yep, that's exactly what it was. Reglin must not have seen him there. Squeezed him right up into the wall. Giovanni nowhere to go. And that's what brought that mess on. So I do believe, let me go back and see what they're going to do right here. I believe Mr. Sandy Curtis is going to be your winner of this race right here. As he crosses the finish line, he is going to be your winner. So it's Sandy Curtis, Rudolph Gumbo, Dave Acacia, Paul Witt 4th, Kevin Nelson 5th, Cody Nagels is 6th, Michael Pegg 7th. And Logan Astor, I believe, in the Skull Bandit ride, 8th, Brian Pierce 9th, and 10, Gary Reglin. Here's second place, Mr. Rudolph Gumbo. But here comes your winner, the man of the hour. Your winner, Sandy Curtis. Lucky Dog Super Speedway. Check him out. Let me see. Let me get rid of this. Let me look. He started 9th. He led 18 laps. And I don't think that car has a scratch on it. You guys stick around. We're going to talk to some of these fellas. You're watching the Lucky Dog Super Speedway Series, MaxspeedTV. Bobby with all the hobbies coming at you on a wild Saturday night. We will be right back right after this.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
Welcome, everybody. MaxspeedTV. Bobby with all the freaking hobbies coming at you right here. The Lucky Dog Super Speedway Series on a Saturday night. You saw my little tidbit right there of the cautions, didn't you? Well, let me show you the race summary. There's your top 5 up top. In your race summary, well, 4 cautions, 34 lead changes. That's the ticket right there. That's a lot of lead changes. That tells you it's a good race. I got the guy. Let me find him. There he is. Mr. Rudolph Gumbo, talk to me.
What's up, Bobby?
How are you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing great since I got second.
You know what? Yes, you did. Let me take a little, see what you got here. You started 6th. Man, I mean, you really ran up there, up front quite a bit today, at least in the top 4, top 5 anyway. You led 6 laps. And you got the crawdad with the outboard shoved up his butt, up front quite a bit. Man, that was a fast little hot rod you had.
Yeah, I had a strategy. I was going to run up front, and pit with the big dogs, but I was up front, and when they pitted, they were behind me, so I didn't see them pit, so I kind of lost touch of them.
You know, that's something that is so easy to happen too. You're running along, and all of a sudden you have to look in the rearview mirror, and everybody goes in and leaves you out there like a sitting duck. But you did good, my friend. You finished 2nd place out of all these guys. Who do you want to thank before I let you go?
Oh, man, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Asian Outboard, and Sean Roy for my paint jobs, and you, Bobby, you know, for what you do, and Michael Pegg, he does a lot, and, you know, the Lucky Dog team.
All right, my friend, take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, bud. Have a good one. And remember, safety third. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Bobby.
A man of the hour, he already popped out of my screen, so I think he ran out of fuel, as a matter of fact. I'm talking about Mr. Sandy Curtis. He led 18 laps. He started 9th. And we seen you down in the bottom there, Sandy, when those cautions were out. And we seen you got in the in-car camera and watch you shutting that thing off and turning it back on, saving every teaspoon of fuel you could. And it was just enough to get the job done because you ran out trying to do a burnout.
Yeah, it was close, that's for sure. That last caution, I think, is what saved me. Otherwise, I think I might have ran out on that last lap.
Well, congratulations, man. Pretty awesome. Let's see here. Yep, the podium is all yours, man. Take it away. Who all do you want to thank, bud?
I'd like to thank Lucky Dog, Mike Pegg, for putting all this on and all the hard work they do. I'd like to thank you, Bobby, for doing a good show. I'd like to put out my prayer a bit for my mom. I was racing January 7th with what I call a family, which is Lucky Dog. I race with them probably 5 times a week. And we had a call that we had lost our mom on January 7th when I was in that race. So, it was nice to actually come back and take a win at that track. And I'd like to thank my dad, 93 years old, and he still lives in his own house, and he took care of my mom until the end.
You know what? That's pretty remarkable, Mom. My dad passed away 15 years ago, but my mother is 91 years old, and she looks 65, and she acts about 30. She takes care of herself as well. I mean, she don't drive or anything like that. We usually take her places, but, I don't know. I know what it's like losing a loved one. I lost my sister here about 2 weeks or 3 weeks back, and you know what? Life is tough. There's no doubt about it. But, man, I tell you what, you sure do have an awful lot of iRacing friends. I had no clue how many iRacing friends I had when I lost my sister when I came back to try to broadcast again. But my heart goes out to you, buddy. I know exactly what you're going through, bud. You take care of yourself and be safe, and I'll catch you next week, all right?
Yeah, for sure, Bobby. And my heart out to you and your family. I think it was about a week and a half after that you had lost your sister that I heard. And all the best, to you and the family. And I know how you guys feel.
All right, you take care, my friend, and we'll catch you down the road, buddy. Next time, see if we can double up, all right?
That'd be nice. All right.
All right.
Thanks, buddy. Take care.
All right. I'll tell you, it's impressive to say the least. It truly is. What a great bunch of people that are here. In a time of need, when you need a little help, you need a little friendship, you need a little love, you need a little prayer. Don't tell me iRacing drivers don't have a heart, because believe me, they do. A lot of them. You guys take care of yourselves. We'll see you next week. We'll see if Mr. Cody Nagels can bring out the championship. You're watching Lucky Dog Super Speedway Series here on MaxspeedTV with Bobby All the Hobbies on a Saturday night. You guys take care of yourselves. Call a loved one. Tell them you love them. Because you're not promised your next breath, buddy. You guys take care. Love one another. See ya. I'm out of here.